Okay, Mr. Sudarshan, first question. Norton just went into administration in January. So, did you have this in mind, or did this just happen suddenly? This whole deal about acquiring a brand like Norton.
See, Norton is a very unique brand. It has a great legacy, a tremendous heritage, a unique sense of British design, and an association with innovation. So I think the opportunity that presented itself is great for TVS and offers us the ability to create tremendous value by scaling up this brand. There are many loyal and passionate customers around the world for Norton, and in fact, many of them have gotten in touch with us in the last few days. And it's really heartening to see how much affection and loyalty is there for this brand. And it really gives us an opportunity to delight these customers.
Okay. So my question was TVS looking to acquire an international brand, or did this opportunity present itself with Norton going into administration?
I think when we realized that this opportunity was available some time ago, we decided to capitalize because of the legacy of the Norton brand.
Okay. And
the passion of the customers and its tremendous loyalty around the world.
Certainly. Now, we've been following the Norton story since the past couple of years. And Norton, so how do things stand now? Norton had a relationship with India's Kinetic Group. There was a agreement to the effect which was signed to assemble motorcycles in India, small capacity motorcycles, to be sold to Southeast. All that is null and void with Norton going into administration. How does this work now?
Globally, TVS is now exclusively the owner of Norton, all its assets and IP, and we will manage the business going forward.
Okay. Now, lately, we've been seeing some reports, in fact, from 2017 onwards. The 961 brand, just before going into administration, Norton had reportedly sold that brand, the engine rights, to a Chinese concern called Jinlang. Now, in terms of intellectual property, how do things stand now?
The iconic brands of Dominator, Commando, and the new V4. We have all the rights and IP we need to produce it. And we can get off the ground very quickly.
So the engine rights still remain with the Norton brand? With TVS
all the engine rights that we need remain with the Norton, with us.
Including the 650, which was sold to, I think, the Junction Group sometime back?
Without getting into too much details about this, certain older engines or certain non-relevant rights may have been sold. But really, whatever we need to commercialize Dominator, Commando, and the V4 are with us.
Okay, only Commando, Dominator, and V4 specifically, not Atlas.
We'll see about further products as we see, but we have all the in-development products also, the rights are with us.
Okay. Now, the Norton name...
Well,
sorry?
So that would include Atlas as well.
Okay, so that include Atlas as well. So whatever blueprint Norton had so far after Stuart Gunner took over in 2008, post 2008, there were only two engine platforms developed, the 650 and the 961. So both those rights are with TVS now.
Correct. So some versions of these engines do not meet the new emission regulations. So I'm not concerned about those, but whatever has the ability to go forward into Euro 5 and BS6 is with us, and with this we'll be able to produce all the brands available today and under development.
Okay. Now, if I may go back a little, step back a little bit and ask you a question about this whole 16 million figure.
So yes, 1 second, some of the rights that you mentioned have been sold away, but that doesn't concern the existing or in development portfolio that we have all taken over now.
Okay. Now, the size of this deal, 16 million pounds, been following the stories, and there's a lot of debt involved, a lot of customers who had paid a lot of money for bikes before TVS came into the picture, of course. So how simple or how difficult was it to get in that figure? 16 million is what we need to spend to take over the brand.
See, Preetham, the Norton is a very powerful brand with a tremendous legacy. It's got some good products available and some more good ones in the pipeline. So I think based on our analysis, this is good value, but it's an asset purchase. So we have not taken on any of the past liabilities or debts or any such thing. It's an asset purchase. So we've got all the IP and brand rights and product rights. Regarding the customers, I think the customers, their loyalty and fondness for Norton is really what makes it the brand that it is. So for all the customers who have given deposits, our endeavor is to deliver bikes. And we are going to get in touch with all of them right away and work out how we can get bikes out to them.
Okay. In the past, during the past ownership of Norton, immediate past, Stuart Garner's ownership of Norton, there's a German concern which owned rights to develop spares for Norton called Andover Norton, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
So will that company continue to develop spares, or do you own it?
Those will continue, Pritam, but those really concern bikes from the past.
I see.
Yeah, long before Stuart Garner's time.
Okay. These are classic Norton bikes, not the new Norton.
That's right. They concern the classic bikes and replica bikes, but not really the new bikes that are in production or in sales at the moment or under development.
So in terms of, if I may be absolutely clear, in terms of intellectual property, the Norton brand as it stands today stands with TVS. Norton brand as of today, whatever engine platforms, whatever new product developments will be with TVS ownership completely. Is it correct?
That's correct. And that will enable us to get us off the ground and delight customers at the earliest.
Okay. Now, Norton was operating, engineering-wise, operating from Donington Hall with a sizable number of staff. I mean, about 50, 60 odd people, if I'm not mistaken. Where are those employees right now? What is the plan right now?
See, we are taking over all the employees except a few, which is basically the old management whom we are not taking over.
Okay.
The strong design team and assembly teams are coming over to us, and we will look to leverage their strength and work with them to deliver more bikes of this storied brand. You're right, the headquarters as of now is in Derby, in Donington Hall, but we will look to move it to another location in that region itself very soon. The idea is to continue with this very talented team and work closely with them to get the brand back to its original glory and take it into the future.
And what about a new management? Who's going to be the points person? Who's going to be the head of the new Norton brand and a TVS ownership?
We will announce an interim CEO who is from Harley Davidson in the past immediately. And we will also put in place a strong management to complement the existing resources available at Norton and scale this further.
So when you say Harley Davidson India, Harley Davidson UK,
Harley Davidson Europe. His name is John Russell. He will take over immediately. And going forward, this is an interim role, and going forward, we will name a complete management team as well. But the idea is wherever possible to leverage the strong design and engineering capabilities which are already available in the team.
I see.
And complement them.
I see. So, so far Norton has had air-cooled engines and a 961 and a 650. And any plan of developing any smaller size engine, maybe something between the 310 and the 650?
See, I think Norton is a brand which delights this unique segment of customers around the world with these very high-end and powerful engines. So our idea is really to build on that legacy and those products and focus on them for now.
So what is your immediate strategic, in the long term or in the medium term, what is the immediate strategic vision? Do you have a plan for Norton to become a global player, extend to use TVS's export network and extend to new markets, possibly with one or two new models?
See, Norton stands for a certain segment of the market which is very premium, which values its craftsmanship, its bespoke building capability. So the idea is to be global in markets which are relevant for this, and we will cater to those customers and those markets as part of the strategy to grow the numbers and create value. Wherever synergies are available with TVS in terms of distribution or supply chain, of course, we will harness them. But the idea is to maintain, build, and take into the future the charm and legacy of Norton in the customer segments where it caters to.
Okay. Now, in terms of manufacturing, design and technology, of course, you'll continue with the talented team, like you said, with the design and engineering team, which is currently available in the UK. So in terms of manufacturing, do you have any plans of moving some manufacturing to India, possibly for a cost competitiveness point of view?
See, right now, if you see the team at Norton in the UK is very capable. They're manufacturing the bikes very well, and we look to strengthen that as we cater to the global market.
So no plans of moving any manufacturing to India at this point of time?
Not at this point.
Okay, and no plans of any smaller sized engine as well?
We want to focus on this premium segment, or really premium segment, which Norton caters to. And really, I think there is where we can create the glory which Norton had and restore it and take it into the future.
So currently, if I may just count back, you have the Dominator, you have the Commando, you have the V4, and you have the Atlas, the four basic model available right now. So with new ownership, new management, are you going to continue with this four, or do you want to maybe slightly make it a little wider portfolio?
Of course, these are the iconic brands, especially Commando and Dominator. This is what the Norton customers love. So how do we improve them further, take them into the future, and then also capitalize on the emerging models, the V4 and the Atlas? This will be our first objective, but obviously we will support Norton through new products and a global supply chain and distribution to expand further.